Nima bosomeno se oya abanjuma na se National Identification Authority card no se wunya bi a waketu anya ade beba dwumadi omai Ghana ehya asese ye ache 2006 ene ehya ase na akoduru hi na etesen wohwe ye kase eboy mu a du ba bi na edom akwakonyim adwumayafo wo sanse obi apene de obi a pene bro nya ketua na no ene etena se na atwe ho komo na yahwe adwuma no sa che eno ano no anase nete empenifo ne me no di dwume eyowura Frederick Kofi Ameyaw ono eka communication team no ho ewo MPP amanyoko no mu sanso na yo Malik Basintale NDC Savannah region no communication officer ewo ho ono ne ka me ho na nwumre me no matwetwe nkomo Basintale de hem se me na twetwe nkomo da na wura Ameyaw na mse me class ade na di kan ebusafo makwaba
yenya openi
bia bokode Malik Savannah bokode
ne akakra yeguso ye wonko ide
me agric program ben na mu ho
okay
ba mo agric school ho wo regional capital
when there's a then I want from me that go from me anka
last year
okay
this year they come from
pacho se unya kwan na ubepie mu ho a mama sonte na mesomehwe niame because at least say wo fugu de ne wo ba ire de manpanyi na dompo ba e man ba ire ne enfota so ama
no pena wetu de mehwe na
na wa obi ne ombo dwuma ba e mbo e man ba ire na wa obo dwuma magana
ye nkomo Roma ya hwera ya twetwe nkomo yi fiafe mpimienu ne ensia na manpanyi dada a watwam ko ye papa John Ejekum Kufo eyese yenye national identification card ya dane na mfie bebreni me so am se mfie dunum su na ewe ene de abepie mu ni se authority le kire se wa wanya bi no controller kire se wa woni bi no wa nko ena ya nkonya wo de a waketua ho sembe ye ebi di ayira ebi ni bi na wo hwe nso a se be nya regional capitals no kwa na ba adwumayefo district ni ade edom enyem adwumayefo na chese registration no enhye da nko yiye ene UTV ye de camera coaching kura ebu wo kwa na wa register dada ba ka na be ya ne sa be ka ne ka na die question me de ka to ma ne se oh my Ghana ye ni anko hu yi ana
openi
mami ntwa no am se no ndu apem tisimedu edikan about 10:40 ade magime time na me de ama Basintale sa na ye no se le be ya ebe pepe
wadaroma mami nchia na menchia eye wahwefo nyina YouTube ahwefo nyina
amojoso
na maka ne sa menchia omamu ni nyina na machia oman na wie machia ye mampani na adodan kwa kufa ade na bebi achi afesu se de ewunim no eye MPP amanyoko no osunu kokroko no ye annual delegate conference the regional one nano ye hyase ewo Savannah Daboya ene ye dididi mu ana na ye bi won kan minya akonya edi owura eye Stephen Ayesu Ntimachi eko eye the northern part of the country for the eye delegate conference no de mi hu ye ne se MPP 2024 breaking the 8 no eye possible
okay FNC
Martin mi de be sia
na no kind topic no to what you FNC na afi ye kweto be yes time
match ne say wie no na me ka say on say the inter match MPP for na me woni
o ntia de minimum
o me wie but me pese me ma oti ase say
topic ne na pese o
ye pe amanyoku a anyamanyoku a ba se ye be ye nhyehyeye na omamu no ya pejani akoye nimu a uyi ye free mu enyeye esense o hwe the 1992 constitution article 18 clause 2 na o se oman no ye boye ho modern na yenya dwumakuo bi a anase the state must ensure that it collates our data and make sure say the privacy of our data no obesto ni ye. And I think that it took His Excellency John Ejekum Kufo to enforce that portion of the constitution and Okofa National Identification Authority by. And no by and Fofia and Twata and I be free bem. Yenu mu by in few watching. Sebi omo ntimi amfa nhyehyɛ papa bi egu kwam beba ebema edwumakuo no etimi akonkan na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo mampani ba ya utimu se ye shemu kena nei apagya agina ho a enu nti no authority no etimi abɔ na adwuma kama so far metimi aka se owura Professor Atefo wa ye adwuma yie pa na de ehia ne se opani se oman bia pese okonanim na okonkan a some of these issues are critical. Okay. The same way we make provision for employment. Okay. It's say oko amamanya omatum pon a ba sa eye aba ye di ye hu dwuma ana say you be making sure say your biometric information and to have an identity that uniquely really separates you from any other national is extremely important. Okay. Oko jurisdictions, be to say the United States of America, they will ensure say you have a social security and you have it for the rest of your life. Sometimes, when they really want to identify you uniquely, your social security they identify. Okay. Now, so over here, na me dwendwen ho ye ma me topic no na controller dey almost statement no by na me dwendwen say me so me aban dwuma ni. Okay. So I was thinking, so na me catch is it not too harsh for that communicate to come say ebia say yan churo yedin by December na ye ntwa ye kan. Then I realized say no dwumadie ni enya na ye hye ase a chepa na wo in your introductory remarks no you were saying say bia mfie dunum kra ni na e course so kamia koye say
initiate 06 no na you 21 ni dey na just work calculate
ti nye asem ti say bia ma obi nye na adwen say oh ana aban etimodin dodo ana se eye dwumakuo ni timodin eye controller ana NIA for timodin se na putupuru omodin hihye bi se abada bi nya sanete ye hye ase ache se Ghana ni bia no benya eye national eye identification card bi no na ye dia boy ho bra na the reason for this particular exercise no e wo mramu se bi enye omo sorry putupuru pe and omode ba ye se yenya die we say ye wo mra be enum ye wo the constitution 1992 constitution article 18 clause 2 na me kan wan say mo kire wo no ye wo the national identity registry act no e wo ho and your national identity registry regulations so wo ho ye wo data protection act so wo ho and ye wo the national identification authority act no yes our authority na ye wo regulation na e bo no ho so what is happening no mra and omo gina so omo de ye adwuma empem bebre no oman no se yenya adwumakuo na omo enforce omo regulations and na omo law ya no ye kemu kakra it will be extremely harsh kakra say ebia enam say obi etina ho a o delay ye na wentimi ankotro ni din anya ne card ni bi for that matter ebia no entwa ne ka it will be extremely sometimes unfair but I believe say yemfo ntu ye hofo asoman na last minute nyoma bi na ye tie no ye beja kakra is say we no be boa ye nyina kopim say if the country can have a central system of ye data that would be better than say bia individual agencies ne ministries no omo ankasa ewo omo data sope no and no ebia amane bi nto ye in terms of obi area ye data or an individual's data for something bad me just say once obi wo ha ye wonkofo bi almost scam and now say omo hack into the data system because as a country no ye nse dey hu sanuman is say what to kwan ko baby bebra protection of that data is extremely important. Okay. And I believe say what this government is doing is to ensure say ye moving forward no you bet me protect your biometric information as a country so that you bet me reduce the number of ID cards ekuta ye yet me reduce the amount of money you investing into a provision of ID cards for national purposes. For example, the Electoral Commission, Jumedi Omoye, say yet me aboy your home yet me link the SNET, any national identification card, near bo modern controller so dear Juma for the Ababe account. You be boy your home modern be as say easy dear as Ababe account, so that it won't come to a point where now we have to do this mass registration. Not Daniel Brainian, people can go to their district offices and have their new EC registration. Say they are so clearly, no. Mihuni said the cost no. Yeah for now, but I think say Nini Nemuno. boy.
My time the and so but I question be na maybe so. Na maybe say wo hwe adwumadi a ekoso ya. Akwakwa say from me say me memory be serve me right from 2010 I say oman ye na tot o hwa na ya ba be ye esisa de ye the card beba na card na ntumi ama ba wo hwe si achi ba wo ho ma sa na ye a e wo board ministry ya say be call regions ye be call district ni ade ene ye ba ye obi wo kro ko ho a enye so ko registration ba ne card wo register dada okwa akwaji na akam said ya me di edi kan sha ase no I say ye ko ni nya dodo said ye ade a ye establish here parliament bi twes kama no etu kwaji loan kura de boa ma ne tumi yeye na ye ko ni nya se ni ade no afi ni aba ye ho so ana
nya de ya ko kakra won say me sha ase me kan say wo hwe me kan me kura no 2007 ba ye me kotro me din ye ma me paper bi ma ko hu de
ko dictionary Moses here 2010
what I say so I think that between 2009 no until 2017 no ye ko nya pa I think that after 2017 ye in Kenya kakra ebe mu that notwithstanding I think that ye timemufo no so no o se ye boy ho modern ye de hu shim ye de hu jim
lapses na wo mu na sese bi de me ho ahye makọ ye tro me din wie ye no card akwakọ ye twema mentwe
ni nyina wo ho I also understand that there are a lot of cars I wo omo officer man for MJ that notwithstanding say be eye enyipa adwuma there will be lapses said they will indicate you know and I believe say mre no economy they are doing better me what I would suggest in this particular situation is say bia agencies no and our ministries because we are dealing with government workers and you know abia ministries no can be given abia certain office be NIA for beba ho ebia ministry of ebia Greg for nanki ya mo mmere bi eni dabi na o makọ o mo mu di na o ma ya mom dan senka putu prusa no se do mu nya timi ko board dompem no no me shede hu se boaye but as a matter of fact and ye ko ye nim no ye sre Ghana for ani die mu ane an Brazil se BBC ba ye fa ye hu jim ne ye me ye nim ko ho esense sa de we dia ba eni ya ba betina emre dru se o man no as a people we must have a unique identity to ourselves enkoba say cards no na ebebre ye the way or passport now we need to consolidate all these data no on one card and I believe that is where gradually we are getting to. It's unfortunate say communicate way must come but I believe say in the next few years no we will come to that point where you benya one unique card ye mechanics no ye ye wa ma no so yeso ye kem say yeso ye benya bi ye nye obi a wo ho bia na say bi o ye US ni wa naturalize
a card no
yeah you want authority no they must come there as soon as possible it's say wo mission na wo ye adwuma and you look at the number of Ghanaians who wants to come home and especially omo mukuta e bia US passport no by the virtue say omo ye dual citizens no they must have an identity only a passport card at least onya card na e be no now the na omombe boy
that's yenua Frederick and ya
3 minutes
o da bi me time ni ni anu me dia me hwe na me de ma wo nya wo de na wo hwe so
amano ne odi enu so for bi
me be se aba ho bi me ma 5 minutes into there me nsu time na me che na esisi pe menua Malik ye hwe
kaza no kasasi nazo wa na stop
ye ne de enti ma ye hwe
minia
ma me dia ye di adwumayefo wo hwe bosom a break yi ba bebam na registration CDC ekoni ya oman sa question de ma menua amaye no na be ma I say ye nya wo ho dodo
minia ma menchi ahwefo nyina na menchia menua me hu na ache me se okohye mu kakra na so edan nyame asese wasana abafie na menua mechi amekono enra on the 12th that's Enrichi Abraham hu communique from the Controller and Accountants General Department me kan nkrata no ekoduru ewieye clearly I realized that there was something wrong somewhere.
And only you didn't win.
Me chire.
Okay.
What kind nkrata no from first paragraph till the last paragraph. And I remember who said clearly there was something wrong with whatever the authority in alliance with National Identification Authority here no problem ebe wo ho pe because minia nkrata wo churu ama sebi mpenyimfo ka ho mmofra ka ho omonyini omomoko pension nyina ka ho because ebi mo ho omoko pension a omoko pension on omo salaries
okay
nto omonyina afrefra na sebi obi andi bone let's take note say obi biara yetu anaka ende or the some other means of registration and eco register under the Controller and Accountant General's department no ondi boni o on form rabia anso e ye hye na aba and na chese ye pese advance and migrating crofo onto a new system say na be ya nyina beda on one platform so into obi an form rabia
na letter no so
but the letter was so authoritative.
Okay.
The letter was so directive. Nkrata omochroye near NIA4 with Controller Accountant General for Edibetu Jano. So one kind nkrata na it looked as if say obia ko di bonibi and our public sector workers e di bonibi and I hear pampama omo and I say one year way within this time you be chow and I be you di I'm coming. I will explain that. NIA registration by what the for this month and there 14th. Not just a month in the end no December nka ho meboa not just we have virtually November 1 month to have not less than 4 million people registering onto this authority we dey chichemu na per day for the next 30 million from public service. Sir, I'm estimating because I mean so far so far and I for ankasa say about 15 million people have registered together with Obi Biara Meboa. Not just there's a lacking number of 15 million. Okay, out of this, no, me 4 million per. What am I for 1 million? Teacher 1 million by 1 month, divided by 35 stations. Now, the number of people are on to register a day. Should everybody troop in there to register? Okay. So clearly, the system is flawed. Intuition near public sector workers, TUC4 Ekakana, you have no other choice than to scrap with them and to support their position because TUC4 say yanamre mobe hye amana affected yeswa mobe hye samre mone ya betenase ehun ne se wo de ma yen ne say and yen ne say se ne ya nyina be ne fefefe because I mean clearly like he said NIA process here na ne keka ho bia it was started from somewhere in fact NDC apen so NIA be sisi and naya and then hu nyina it was a process that was started by previous governments ebesin there. It is implementation naba. I was said ofrobia na yetimi implementing ye no bia anya ho faso. TUC4 ka say almost number 1 and I heard it in his suggestion. Or say ebia so mbetimi organize ama NIA4 no etimi akọ agencies ni bia anke beboa anabeboa. All these considerations were not factored because as it stands now the law no per the communique and the release of the NIA4 no almost say wow person mo ba ho e be registration bia mo betua 150 cedis per head so per premium services nso a wo betua 250 cedis per head wow person e ba wo fie e be register won so a wo betua 150 per head menua na obi a ote ho oye public worker wo de hwe crowd and mo amoko ho mu send yankofo edoso yankofo ntimi nya ho kwan po e register ntokwa ne na esisi ho under an era of COVID-19 na so obi aketua ya 500 Ghana no se NIA for mombra medwumam embetua na so osa be yim 150 cedis e de register na just e come na wo pese edenu nti clearly the processes involved in the implementation no menua enye pefe they need to revise this directive. It was almost a tenase. It was almost friend penny for. It was almost friend TUC4. And all the labor unions this year so say kaka no money na tenase. No mo twitwa.
Ba me Malik on come out twitwa me de but ade bi a oman so mehu am gidi se o se hwe ne se ya set up authority a wo hwe omo adwuma ye fo wo ma min muni penim ti aboard ka ho. Your ministry I show mase. Your penia or executive chairman okuram. Tisabre debe mbiem ne atwanya afi na afi other agencies and authorities na eto mba bi o maketua no motwe no ye koye om consultation as na hu ye o se ye o
oh menua obi biara owo man mu se nimde dia enhye nipa ba ko tirimo
me to
and then, so I want to explain that.
But a juma ye de atena on say board no.
Yes.
Say mo ko nkitahode na say enwoma no ensene wa yi a. Say mfortie ne papa nse na age. Ade na mo nwene ho nwie ana say mo ko consultation answer mo ba bonten. Na afi ni ya ba bonten answer na afi ye ba betoto. So
that is the fault of the NIA. And I don't necessarily hear the fault of the Controller and Accountant General's Department. I don't know me chiremui. And one year because we checked TUC phone kratana, they were very specific. Say obia me consortium. Yes, omuno obia so antanase. Antwetwe nkomo emfa saade ho.
Baby all of a sudden say baby me free ban here me bawo. Baby me free ban say ye do authority ni bae no.
Yes.
Board ni ministry dey adwuma no show monsa no. Enye nnenko from 2007 ba no. The substantive ministers are not a show masse. Board and a human show masse, no man, your because here discussion, region, district, cry and can once a year. The issue are cry as a national, the headquarters in a year, and I'm parties on my morning in both NDC and PP. Yanyadi.
No.
Ministers and the board, they me about all kind of regulation.
Yes,
a Juma de Moma.
Yes,
minister no power says all corner nimno, say Bibu also and Sakraya, or see it to me. Mabesine, yet one a yebo blending.
Near make you say, with regards to Sam Komaya Tree, TUC for near Kakanhubia, Obia jail to Musa migration, no, ayo,
means we know ya
time no, and then who hear pa. So what kind of use phone crata any labor unions nina and kratom with the Jano? Clearly, they are concerned about time in a mom. Miria, Mrabia Oshibia, most often than not. A mind be Umrana, just a Uko Kayana, Uko now one left it, Eddie Abeodia. Kenya, Amra. Yes, Kenya, Amra. This digitalization of Omo economy, no, it happened in 2019. Ewo Kenyum. Miria, Abra migration period, Neshas here. Ye made for more than 1 good year, more than 12 solid months. Say, be migrating all Omo workers. Eddie call Omo identification system. No, so say, be timanya a uniform system or tracking. So no, very easy. Identina yes you free Omo. Yes we antimanya no more than 1 year Omo ye Omo no. And I just 1 month.
Virtually. I also be arguing say nipa idea adwuma no show musa from the onset be seen no. See e kan bo mo.
Ayo mo ti su ise no mo yes adwuma.
Na obreso de nipa no no mo ya de.
Because ya breso ya mo short time so mo register say. Ya happen so. Na say me ya. San komo ya mo twitwi. Tell san komo ya twitwi. Nobody is concerned about and obi an challenging migration no. Obi o this amra no to hobia and abebi efri ba bia e correct. Ye nyina ya jetum. The timing of migration, no 1 month I dey ma adwuma for say one migrate here, you be you waketua and I be you waketua free wonsem no. And here so that is clearly the point of contention.
2 minutes. Me da say nyabotre we dey me chetan pepepe ne dey we aka 10 minutes. Enti ye hwe enkomo ya atwitwi ye mfa say na UTV ye ko enkran. Me yi say Ghana ye wa mensiri no dodo na.
Absolutely.
Aban adwuma ye for ho teacher for ne ade ho. Ye sengina ya nema ni adwuma ne ye ntoto ye nansi ye identification we say region we na ye otum say akade a ye di dwuma no kwa hwa enhye because kabesi na de ka say district bia no because e danya wo ateni age bia ehu behia say wo do hu wuram we nyina ye nye nti de ye di abeya timeline da ho a mra na say adwumayefo a de adwuma na show munsa na ba be ka say fair December regions in the district never on day
opening senka a group of people and anka ye make ebia this lapses here okay say bia academy na bi ni ho and na yet na ye hwe han ye board no nka media tum kakra but when it comes to workers say bio na aju ani die mu a ka we expecting community mu de omu ni making kind no I think say nka ni say nka ha na yedu di ntina make sa esan say ye de LI 2111 ne buy no it was clear say the national ID card will be the sole ID card for all transactions in the country. So if oye edumayeni na abandon mera say abeto and yama akonya si yenkoturo edin. So the question I would have expected senka journalists and ye be bisa edumayefo ni say when etina ha waba eye NIA ho a okoturo ni dia onya ne card 1 2 one on throne ni din kra. In that case, and yet the fault of the board and now the management of NIA. And individual and fault. One control din.
Na do no so what throw the din and sa kan no ye the
and no another issue. So what throw din na o card ni hwa and no ye processes are e betimi am retrieve your card. And then they den cry. So why enter biometric
but me patcho me bo. Baby so see ehun ni say registration no. Ti said the work can say so a year ye de ba be adwuma. Come gidi say baby ana me kan me driver free ni say nke by this time then ke was station areas I bia. Enya fe me ba ye nyina ye organ ye hu ye. Ye abeka junction we wo ha na de abehye mfichiri baby. O china na ye fia de kwa ha.
First
yan to me station ade say bia bia ye we na ko. Ye scattered areas say bia district ha wo kwa aha na wo eye ade da ho ti say bia wo ateni age na wonim baby abekodan say ye de behye mfichiri baby me ema eya he me koye me de nsanka me ka de mfichiri baby ne behye abebi ase ne de behye ne ye ne umja ho no mkoye nti I like the journalist for bisa no the yehu any lapses a woman ye bisa mo
I no cre say there were lapses of course there were challenges we know but by and large you know they did a great job and again they've given us the opportunity
to say ya dey nwensu ye chi media
yeah omo wa akonya wo ho a ukọ district a obetimi akwa chudi na wanya wo card ni bi so it doesn't look as though say bi card ni ye nya ye kope bi a ye nya e possible say ukọ district offices na ukọ a won sabe can be open in term one say de menua timi chechemu premium ni de keka ho ni na won sabe timi aka bi but dem pese mema ye nyina ye ti ase empem bebre wo man mu ha no etimi tina wo ye hwe han kakra emna no e wo ho de ye de ye
tin o hwe about so wo de ade bia base na se wontumi antumi hye ade bia mistake kom no ye adwen se enye mistake ra challenges wo ho se bia wo hye ase de obenya challenges but as o man wa hye registration card ase a for ye beto abade amanyefo petumi a card de kwa koto gidi crane ye tuya na kama ade a ye de ye ama nipa ye adwuma ma o man no na still ye register me card mai ebi de da ho ye ntumi ye nhye bi wo se register ebi ho a won sabe kan card ko na bra ne nke kan ne de onyini se o se agitum se in as much say bi nko no so my phone
I mean nim the opposite me come out gitum na oti ase ye ani ndi mu I understand that these challenges are there but again the question is say akonya wo ho a ometimi akọ retrieve o mkada where I think the conversation should be directed at
akonya no kotua police report kotua
akonya na the also here moving forward no see hwe ne say kwan ben so na betimi amana ye mmere ama adwuma for you
that is a technical issue
oh me too I see but the one can here the atwemu dada I'm talking about moving.
It's still in process. No, so registration.
Hold on, relax.
Registration.
We are talking about the fact that Amu rolling out, implementing, and Amu a card. You know the challenges that we face. I know they are back up. Now, right. Let me make a point. No, maybe. Me say now. Yeah, call your name. No. Akonya ben ebetimi adiama adwuma yefo omo betimi de onya ne card betimi akwa akonya ne card
fa akonya ne biwa na
and then I make can say where the agencies or the ministries are involved to say be a ministry of information ye betimi aka say ebia say bio emere say no eye adwumayefo no omo nko district wa wonya wo de okoye ode ye mpe kwan bi suma ne nyemere ma omo what I say and na make can because eye ade ehia ade o say ye as far as the challenges are concerned definitely I am extremely positive with ABR instructions now but say akonya no wo ho we can always go there na ye two momonefo na two ajamuafo say yetna ho nhwe han dodo ye twen dodo ye pelas ni nyoma dodo ye twen hu ade ne hu faso ne ade se de hu hia ansa na etu anamo sa de ne njai u tu mpanifo ne fo na u su tu Ghana fofo so mu njai sa su ban ne mo
mate meda system ne ye adwuma Ghana ne betu ne hofo Malik ye hwe region ne district no sabe obi ho ha ba bi obefia nante abakurum won district no ya na nniema bi se aba putupuru sei no se de menua me ya oka no obi o wankoye ntem but e de yan so a eni kwan se wankoye ntem ti no yi ni film kura ye koye nim a ye nsisi district ne regions no so kwan be ni ntwe ni hwe because I na ka ne nkran but this time obi nam sumu ko ne kurase but wo se busum so ne saka na kwetu
minia amre betwemu na NIE office no mpo na ntise ne na etende President Mahama the NDC government ne baye eno mo behu se National Identification Authority no a big industrial I mean some time to come no and never control your services any systems ni nyina nti ehun hia se your structure system your structure authority no very well na formidable senior ya mrese eba ombetimi I withstand the challenges no successive governments look it was no say we ye na yesi meboa and definitely it was supposed to trickle down into we mu baye say yempo de abra yesi wie yo
in fact kan wo dan osi ade no so nye nkran kwa na wo so fa kiti
I am telling you say
that time what 10 regions who can great akrap
me no nyoma okosua no pa ade sa obetumi acha wakoko nti at least ye hyaase nti anka yes anya kwan ya definitely like beto so but what I'm saying is that me no ye kai na tensions nso everywhere nagrat and krata and this fundamental way and am ye machine almost say on last paragraph we wish to sound this note of caution that should the acting accountant general ignore our concerns and proceed with his threats utie notice na make ho asem no nagrat for ka say a threat utie we shall meet him with an appropriate response.
Into your mind in den, ye Ghana for.
Obi anya no homework, obia somebody hasn't done anya no homework here. Enti yen sign ko, yen twen sign. Directive no there, yen twen sign. Now your first stakeholder consultation.
Stakeholder consultation what? To do what?
Me chire mu.
To do what exactly?
Man nche na ye
stakeholder consult. Say what they won Ghana for eduma for. Enu nti na makeasa. But what I'm saying is that fundamentally
I'm sitting here don't
No, so listen.
I'm a worker myself.
So therefore you should support the stakeholder consultation. And what say we support to
do what?
Say your frame leaders no.
To do what?
No mun chira mo kwan amon fa so se ne be ya edwumayfo ni nyina betime register pepepe na system no movement no metamorphosis no etime akoso yie ama obi anya ho fa so that is all the TUCs and the CSOs are asking for nagrat for nkrata
so you can register what were they
mean say we control guess na nagrat for ikai in fact clearly almost the T say nagrat for state say tio almost omo anya nkrata bia up to now umpo and free controller and accountant general's department a public notice eno mu here there hasn't been any channel
but there's a law
there hasn't been any channel pass a public notice up to now you intimi authenticate people mean amra ye di edwuma o man so wo chiro let me tell you all workers e wo man mu ha even the non-formal workers e wo associations. And there's a reason why the government of the day affiliated with this association. I mean a constitutionally supported and backed association. Ni America in the American ho. Omontre directive na sai. No mo adwuma for embechiro mo adwen. No bia ntimi na pepe.
Also wo fie. Sabri akwakọ ye bobo nyina ye oman no kwanya ye befa so asisi aman bia hye omo dia se be mfie be ha mienu nie. Kakra motumi aye tibigi se me ne wo de adwuma bi hye ensa na atumi ahwe na yaye na my Ghana so atumi
akoso ntina wonye hwe han
aseda enkoma Frederick wasam no time kontimi ema ye ntoa so nke betoa so pa aseda ko mi nua Frederick Ameya ono ye communication team member ma MPP amanyuku no enyumre obekan ye hom ye twetwe nkomo sanso na Malik Basintele ono so NDC amanyuku no Savannah region ono so communication team no ono eda no ewo ho a ono so edi dwuma ma NDC amanyuku no mini nua akosua sapon na ye kasebo no edi ebremu eda crew ni nyina se nyame ya adom na adom bedum ya despite media de sommo no ye de beba beto so edi amamu me so the red light ebeto aso UTV so makramo
favorite food?
Yes.
Aprepensa with koto, aka club, momone, smiling fish, and a kobe, and a bekwaya adia chiso.
Okay. How do you prepare it? How do you prepare it?
Preparing. Just for part, the question be a mabuta colazo man. Cancel it and make it this way. Cancel it.
This way chocolate drink.
You ain't hearing this here. You need to prepare it. You can take it anytime, every day, everywhere. Just one girl.
This way chocolate drink. Near we here is